Of course you did.
Hey.
Okay, all right. We are recording. Hey, everybody, it's Shane and Missy. Today we are announcing a few things before we get started. I'd like to introduce Macy Schmelz. She is here as a special guest for Missy and I. Real quick, Missy.
Yes.
So the YouTube channel is going.
Yes, we posted it today.
Okay, so I want you to tell everybody the name of it real quick, and then we will reiterate and add a few more at the end. So what is the name of the channel that we had votes on, by the way? We had people vote on this. Missy called a bunch of people throughout. Yeah, she did not call Macy, though. Macy didn't get a vote. Next time, Macy, we'll bring you in as a vote.
We'll let you title this episode. How about that?
Okay.
Yes, so it's Reese Gorman, Reese Gorman, Gorman, a legend through, a legacy through organ donation.
Absolutely.
I was going to have it a little bit longer, but YouTube didn't like that. It was too long. So,
well, we could tell them the stars, but we would never get it done on YouTube. So yes, it's the Reese Gorman, a legacy through donation. Yep. Okay, so everybody, last week we were talking about myths again, some more myths about organ donation. That's one of my biggest pet peeves about all this. I've been doing a lot of research here in the last week. Macy has an important story to tell, and Macy, thank you again for coming on with us to tell your story. And I mean, you're 19 years old, right?
Yeah, I'm 19. I'm a full-time student here at LSU. I'm studying general and special elementary education. And one thing about me is that I lost my mom suddenly in June of this year due to a pulmonary embolism. It was a very fast passing. And one thing that I did not know going into the whole organ donation process is that you can donate so much more than your organs. You can donate your eyes and your tissues, and it really goes the extra mile. So it's amazing how far it's gone. I mean, when I was talking to Nyla Schwab, our family coordinator, she was saying this can really reach up to 50 to 60 people just through one person's donation.
Yeah. So your coordinator was with who?
It was with Lopa. It was Nyla Schwab.
Wow. Lopa. So here we go, Lopa again.
That's our love.
Yes, I love Lopa.
Yeah. So our show that we do is a lot about Lopa. Lopa is a really, really big component to Missy and I. And so this again, I can't say it enough. This all started because of a podcast, Macy, and the podcast I'm talking about, and
yes.
The man I'm talking about. I'm sure you're a big fan.
Yeah, I've been watching it recently or listening to it recently. I love true crime. I love real crime.
Yeah. Well, I don't really listen to the podcast. He's more like a brother to me. So for me, it's different, but
it's fair.
My wife is addicted. Let's just put it that way. She's like addicted. So I am so sorry for your loss. Missy, you two have got a connection to Lopa. What I'd like for you guys to do is have a conversation. And again, we are so sorry for your loss, and losing somebody in your life, Macy, at your young age. I lost my dad when I was 22. My dad was 47. So I do understand the pain that you're going through. And for that, I can't tell you how much I respect you for coming on here to tell this story so soon.
Yeah. That means a lot. Thank you.
Because at 22 years old, there was no way I was going to come on a show and talk about my dad. I mean, I'm sorry, but men aren't that mature at 22 years old. So let's just face the fact. Okay, Missy, don't start with me. Not on the show.
Nope. But I do want to ask about what your, if you don't mind me asking, what does Lopa mean to you? And it could be anything, how they've helped you, what they've done.
Yes.
Whatever you want to say.
Yeah, so whenever I got the call, my boyfriend was driving my mom's car back to our house, and I was hysterical. I did not want to talk to anybody. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. And then right when I was going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, I got the call from Lopa. And I don't remember the angel of a lady who talked me through my immense amount of tears, but she explained exactly how it worked. I was like, I don't care, just y'all can do whatever y'all want. I consent 100%. But she explained everything to me and really went into detail. And then throughout the night, I was getting calls of multiple people checking on me. They told me if I needed somebody to talk to, which I really had nobody to talk to at that point because it was still kind of quiet. And I didn't want to talk to family. I wanted to talk to somebody outside. So I called them in the middle of the night and I was like, hey, like, I need you to explain this in greater detail. And so we went into detail and it was just, I didn't realize the extent of it until maybe a day later. And they communicated everything. Nyla got in contact with me a couple hours later. And the funny thing is, out of the couple of months that me and Nyla were talking, we realized she goes to the church I work at. And it was just, it was like a really small world. So I'm meeting so many people who share similar stories and share that that pain, but also the beauty within the pain. Because Lopa has given me peace, and they have given me a chance at telling my mom's story and helping others. So it really just it's a chain reaction, like I said at the beginning. It really is.
And what did you learn? Because it's not a subject that I know that much about. I know that your mother wasn't able to have her organs harvested for a living recipient, but
Yeah.
tell me, I'll let you tell the rest of the story because it's very interesting to me and it adds more perspective to my already wonderful thoughts about Lopa.
Yeah, so I didn't understand exactly how it would work if you weren't able to donate or harvest your organs for somebody who's waiting for a healthy organ. I did not understand that you could donate it to science and donate it to research like medical schools. So I'm studying special education at LSU, and I was just looking for a sign one day that I should continue. And I called Lopa and I was like, hey, like, is there any update on, I guess, where any of the organs have gone, anything that's been successful? And they told me that her brain went to an autism research facility. And I have worked with children with autism, and that's what I want to go into. So that was kind of my sign to keep moving forward within special ed. But you can donate your organs even after you pass. I mean, of course, there's a crucial timeline that you have to follow, but you are still able to donate your tissue, so skin and bone. Those could be used for breast mastectomies, what else? Burn victims, anything related to that. And then my mom's my mom's corneas went to a lady that was the same age as her. And she's all the way in Bolivia. So she's quite old, but I thought it kind of stayed in the vicinity of Louisiana, but it's amazing how far it has gone. So there really is so much more than donating your healthy organs. And it just really it is a chain reaction. And they explained to me that it could help around 60 people roughly. And it's amazing. I did not realize as an organ donor that it can go that extra mile and help that many people. And that's what I find so beautiful about it.
Yeah. And, busting myths and all of that. I mean, that's just another thing, that we can talk about too is, that, even though, and you know what, they give you a choice too. They don't say, okay, you're an organ donor, so that means we're going to take everything. I remember when I was there having to make that decision for Reese, I got to choose what I wanted him to donate.
Yeah.
And so, that gave me a little bit of hope too, in that, it wasn't being forced on me to, if I only wanted to, donate his heart or only donate this or that, I could have said, that, and that would be it.
Yeah, and that's what they explained to me whenever I initially got the call. I mean, I didn't understand at the time. I guess I I was just in such a blur that I didn't realize that my
Mhm.
mom was not able to donate it to somebody who's living.
Mhm.
So I was kind of confused. But I understood that you would have to be on life support for that type of donation. But again, it is crazy how much it is extended. And I won't find out, I guess, how many people it's reached until about the year mark. So I have a couple more months until I could figure out how many people my mom's donations help. But I am really looking forward to that. I think that'll be a great gift.
And I'll help you write the letter, you know.
Yeah, because I'm kind of stuck on how to begin it.
You just write the same letter, you know, maybe tweak it a little bit to, you know, to fit the mold of what was donated.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
and then, you know, you go from there. And
Yeah.
you know, it took 3.5 years for me to hear back from Jacob. And it took me not very long to hear back from Mark, his heart recipient. I mean, I was in my car heading to Oklahoma to go meet him. Boy, it was and it was a wonderful reception. And we actually go fishing for Reese every May 30th.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
and
that. I saw the pictures that you sent me earlier. Those are so
yeah,
great.
yeah. So we go down to Grand Isle, and believe it or not, Jacob and them have a camp down in Grand Isle,
Oh,
so
wow.
he'll be
So
able to
again,
join
it's
us.
the connections.
Yeah, yeah. It's really awesome, really awesome. So what
Yeah.
you thinking over there, Shane? You got a lot.
Well, I'm going to ask my question. I'm enjoying
Yeah.
listening to you talk, to be honest with you. I'm trying to keep it inside right now. So, yeah, my eyes are watery. Yawn.
Yes.
A yawn. So, Macy, let me ask you this. I mean, June is not that far away. That was recent. It has to give you some comfort in your mind knowing that what your mom did was being a hero, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, and again, the grieving process of losing somebody is very difficult. It kind of explained that process that you've been going through since your mom's passing, and finding out that she will be enhancing lives for people that you will never, some of them you may never know. Right? How has that affected you, and mentally wise? How are you dealing with all that?
So my mom's birthday was June 10th. Mine's the 13th. The last day I saw my mom was the 13th, which was my birthday. So that the month of June is going to be a very difficult month, to say the least. And then my mom passed away 10 days later. I was not able to see her prior. We had dinner plans that night, but I was so caught up in work and getting prepared for classroom lessons and stuff like that, because I was working at daycare at the time. So one thing that I kind of realized in therapy yesterday is I do have something to look forward to in June. I have something that I'll be able to hear back from Lofa and figure out exactly how far her donations went. I know it takes a couple of months to figure out exactly where they went, especially if there's so many donations. But I was thinking about it yesterday, and I was like, I'm not looking forward to the month of June. There's 3 days where I'm just not looking forward to it.
Yeah.
But my therapist was like, you have this to look forward to. Just remember that you have, because I haven't, if I did not go through with the donation process for my mother, I don't think I would be at the point that I am at right now. The point of acceptance.
And what do you mean by that at the point right now?
I know exactly what you mean.
I have such a beautiful interpretation of life right now, and I believe it's fragile, and I overthink a lot about it, but you have one life that you have to live up to. You're not promised tomorrow. My mom just bought groceries, and they were sitting in her car whenever we went to go get her car. You're not promised tomorrow. And so before my mom's passing, I didn't really have that interpretation, and now I do. And I believe through meeting people that are going through something similar, like LOPA and other groups, I believe I'm at a pretty good point where I am accepting my grief, and I am honoring my mother in the best way possible. And
You're understanding it. You're
I
understanding
am, yeah.
Absolutely.
And also,
Absolutely.
you know, it was a good, you know, almost 3 years for me to, you know, not be in the bed, not do anything, you know, on his birthday in December. And then again, you know, on May 30th of every year, I dreaded it. But we decided to flip that around and we said, okay, we're going to celebrate Reese. We're going to go do something that he likes to do. And he loved to fish. So we go down to Grand Isle every year and celebrate him. And it's not a sad thing anymore. It's a happy family gathering.
It's beautiful. I love
with
that.
those who he saved. Yeah.
You know, and the process of death, you know, like I told you, I lost both my parents, and the process of death, people grieve differently, of course, you know.
It's so true. Yes.
You know, we all believe in the concept of, you know, they're watching over us. And I really believe in that. I believe that they are.
I feel it.
And they're giving us a new path. They're giving us a new love. Your mom's death isn't not always a bad thing. It is for us because, you know, we're here dealing with it, right? But in the hindsight, she gave us a blessing in the same time. Your mom is still giving. Like after death, you don't have to stop giving. You carry on, right?
And this is her legacy. You know, you're telling her legacy of all of the things that, you know, and periodically come back on with us and you know, as you get updates, we'd love to hear them, you know.
And you know, for you and Missy and I really, you know, I mean, it's been an interesting ride for us over the last month or so, and you know, and for you it's just beginning, and there's so much that you're helping young people right now, your age and younger, right? I mean, look at what you're doing right now on a YouTube channel, right, Missy? I mean, she's helping kids her own age. How many times do you see that, really? I mean, you're going to see Justin Bieber go out there and go, hey, everybody, let me help you out. No, you're not.
Yeah, I would love to talk to college age students or high schoolers who are about to get their driver's license and talk about how to get into the process of organ donations. I know in my social media accounts, I have the link that leads to signing up to be an organ donor on the DMV website. And I love telling my friends and family how the process works, because again, like not many people know it. I mean, even my boyfriend, who is he's about to graduate with a biochemistry degree in December, he's not aware of the process, but he's learned it through my process with LOPA and my mom. And I think it's just amazing, you know. It really is.
Yeah.
And again, this right here, what you're saying on a YouTube channel, right? You're gonna this right here between Woody and Mr. Jim Chapman and Lori Steele, Missy, yourself. I'll be putting it on my Macklar website and my other websites. You know, this right here is the start for you to tell kids your age, right? Yes. So if you had one message to give somebody your age right now about organ donation, what would it be? Go.
You won't regret it. I mean, you will not. If you were faced with the heartbreaking news that you have lost a loved one and they have consented prior to being an organ donor, say yes. Go to the DMV and be like, okay, I am going to be an organ donor. I am going to go the extra mile and save people and enhance their lives, as y'all have worded it, because, you know, you're not going to regret it. You know, heaven doesn't need your organs.
Right.
And that's
absolutely right. Or the ground. The ground doesn't need my organs. What's the ground going to do with my organs? Really? Right.
Literally.
I mean, I'm not going in a fireplace, so I mean, I'm fine with people taking my stuff.
Yeah.
And then you can burn me later. We're good. We're good.
And just to piggyback off of that too, you know, luckily I had a good bit of knowledge about organ, you know, procurement and donation from my nursing background.
Yes.
But when the lady at the DMV, you know, said, do you want to be an organ donor? And he was like, what's that? You know, so I just stopped in the process and I went through, you know, not in grave detail, but enough detail for him to understand what it is and what it would be. And and I always, and I'll say this on every episode, if I hadn't have known his wishes, I do not think I could have made the decision. I don't, I'm so grateful that I knew his wishes. I can't say that I would or wouldn't have, only because I knew it was an easy decision for me.
Yeah. It was an easy decision for me as a 15-year-old who wants to go get her permit.
Right.
Just
But
because
you also knew about your mom wanting, didn't you? Asked her, didn't you?
Well, she got her license renewed in for her birthday, and I guess she kind of enhanced it and added exactly what she wanted online a couple days prior to her passing. So she went into detail and she said yes to every organ, every form of tissue, her eyes, everything. And I asked her, I was like, why am I having to consent? I was like, my mom says yes, I say yes to everything. I want people to have enhanced lives and to have a second chance at life, because that's what this really gives people. And I'm glad that I knew my mom's wishes, but I also didn't know that she had renewed her license prior and even went personally on the website to say yes to every single thing.
Wow, that's amazing. And and Missy, you both can relate to this, is that people that lose loved ones, they go into a deep depression, a lot of them, right?
Oh yeah.
So I want you two to kind of touch on, both of you, I want you to touch on the depression and how you can get help, and coming on here to watch this, to talk to both of you or one of you. There's so many different paths and avenues. Like I told you, I had PTSD, and I seek help, and I thoroughly believe in that. And I talk to my wife about it all the time. And I want you two to highlight what you've gone through, and also that there is help. I want you to explain that. Missy, why don't we start off with you, and then we'll pass it down to Macy or wherever she is on the
spectrum.
Okay.
Gotcha. So, at first it's, you cannot fathom the idea that it happened. It's not possible. It's not possible that this just happened. And the way I kind of got through my initial grief was I kind of went outside of reality. And I said, the only way that I think I can get through this is just to pretend that he's on a vacation, or he's visiting with his dad, or he went on a vacation with the Gormans, like he did every year. And he'll be back. He'll be back through that door, because I was used to him being gone sometimes a week or two at a time, and so that's kind of how I did it at first. I didn't want to accept it. I have accepted it, maybe not 100%, but I'm literally to the point to where I'm in reality now, and I leaned on family. I have a huge family and friend presence in my life. A lot of people were there for me. They took me in, they helped me out, they helped me through the worst times. I lost my dad like a month and a half after I lost my son, and I was an only child and a daddy's girl. So that was a double whammy for me. He died on July 4th. So it's like all these holidays are, the May 30th and then July 4th, and, all these things are coming up. And the only thing that I could have done was just flip it and decide to celebrate their lives rather than grieve the loss. And then working through LOPA. I tried group therapy, but it just wasn't for me.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah. But I don't want to discourage it. It just wasn't anything for me. But, and then having Libby Harrison, she's my, sponsor, donor sponsor. and I can call her anytime, day or night. And like I said, you know, she lost her son, so she's been there, done that. And like, you know, I have Lori, you know, and then being involved in LOPA, it's kind of helped bring me up and, you know, decide I want to celebrate Reese's life. I want to share his heroism, and kind of that's the path that I took. But it took me a while to finally just start coming out of my shell, because, you know, it'll be 4 years in May.
Macy, how about you?
So at the time I was not living with my mom, so it did not feel, I initially didn't feel it. I really didn't. And I kept texting my mom, and I was like, "Hi mom," because I would text her randomly while I was at school, and I was like, "Oh wait," like reality would hit me. And um you know, I didn't know how to get out of the slump once it finally hit me about a month after. Um, so I was trying to distract myself with work and with friends, and doing different things, but nothing could help what I was in. I mean, you hear it from people all the time, you know, you hear these positive comments, but I was like, nothing could be as bad as this. Nothing could get any worse than where I'm at right now. And I think what really helped me was, of course, LOPA and building connections and calling, because I would probably call them like every other day for like a solid month. I was like, hey, like, I'm sorry to bother. I'm just having like such a bad day. I mean, I would have to leave work early, and luckily my work was very understanding, and the kids were understanding, but you know, it was tough, and I was having to make legal decisions on the behalf of my mother at 19. I was having to plan a funeral at 19, and I have two younger siblings, and I was having to, you know, kind of make sure that they were okay as well, because I love them more than anything, and I would do anything for them. But I really feel like LOPA helped me the most, and as well my boyfriend, his family, my dad, my siblings, and friends, and just looking for like signs and stuff. So my sign for my mom is a butterfly. So whenever I went to go get my boyfriend's mother went to go take me to get a birthday piece and a memorial piece for my mother, and I picked out this butterfly bracelet.
Oh,
I wear it every single day. And I told his mom, I was like, I want my mom to come me as a butterfly. And later that day, around me and my siblings while we're in the pool, a little butterfly was flying around us, little baby one. And I was like, okay, this is what I need. So now I feel like nature is really healing me. Like going outside and just laying out in the sun. That's really healing. That's what my mom would have done. Art. My mom was an artist and a photographer. So I'd always take pictures of the sunset. And it was like collectively for like a month, I just had this album where it was mom's sunsets. And the one after her funeral was the most beautiful sunset I have ever seen. And I've posted it on Facebook a few different times, but it is phenomenal. And yeah, so I really just look, you know, I have my support from my people. I have LOPA. I have people that I've met through LOPA. And then, you know, like I mentioned, I have the beauty of nature and the beauty of looking at and it as more of like a positive thing. So stuff like that really helps. But at the beginning of this school year, I was unable to get out of bed. And I just like one day I was like, okay, I need to start therapy, I need to start counseling. This is what I need. And I have a better outlook of it all right now.
good.
See, that's amazing. So like, you know, for me, talking to you both, I mean, think about it for a minute. One person, that's all we need, one person to watch this, and you save their lives.
Yeah.
Right? Because death does a lot of strange things to people. It makes people do a lot of stuff that they would normally never do, right? I mean, it puts you in a place mentally that you don't normally you'll ever see. What you two did right there could save one person's life.
That's
or
my
hundreds,
goal.
or thousands, right?
Yeah.
Think about it. 19 years old, Macy, you're putting out a message to kids your age, younger, older, There could be somebody at 50 years old thinking right now that they want to end their life because they lost their spouse.
Yeah.
Right.
And
sometimes organ donation isn't about organ donation. There's a lot of
No.
background to it, right?
Yeah.
It's the death, the depression, the suicides, the love that you've lost, how you get through it.
Mhm.
Right? You two have the best support system in the world in LOPA, right?
Yes.
Not everybody has that support system.
No, and a lot of people don't know about everything that LOPA does. You know,
Exactly.
we're going to a path of remembrance. They do it every, you know, April is National Donation Awareness Month, I believe. But they
Like
do
organ donation, we still
organ
have that.
donation month. Yeah. So, but what they put on little things for us too. So it's the path of remembrance. They'll put a sign up with, you know, my son's name, her mom's name, and then we get a butterfly, you know, and we get to go down the road. It's in a beautiful, you know, nature park in Baton Rouge. And well, they do it in different cities throughout Louisiana, but you just bring the butterfly and you just, you know, talk to your loved one, and you just open up the thing and you get the butterfly on your finger and you just let it go. And you just watch
I
it.
didn't know
You know?
I didn't know about that. And I love that because I've been trying to find a butterfly garden.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. See, now you got
Yes, that's
something
my
new.
sign.
You guys can meet
That's
up
what
there
they
and do
do.
this every year.
Yeah, and at
You
Christmas
know, I
time.
mean, I'm telling you, you guys don't get how much people, you know, I mean, people that are, you guys have each other in LOPA, right?
Yes.
People listening to this that watch this, you need to understand that there is help for you out there.
Yeah.
Even if you're even if you're in Oregon or Washington on the other side of the country, you do not have to be alone. There's two stories right here, two different stories that you don't have to be alone. You don't have to go down that dark side.
Right.
Find the path, find help. There's a lot of ways. If you need help and you want us to help you, put a message on. You know, don't be afraid to type a message. Send us a private message. I don't care. But don't go down the path of darkness.
Yeah.
The three of us understand it, been there, done that. It's organ donation is the most amazing thing, but there's also the backstories that we want everybody to know about.
Yes.
Right, Macy?
Yes.
You know, you were going through depression in the beginning. Missy, I mean, your depression because your son, I mean, there's a mom out there somewhere that is contemplating dying because her son or daughter has passed.
Yeah, I believe me, if it wasn't for LOPA, I'll be honest, I don't know if I would still be here today. You know, I don't believe in suicide, but let me tell you, there have been many days where I said, I can't live no more. I can't deal with this pain anymore. I don't want to live. And it's like, wait, you know, God gave you this life. You've got to do better, Missy. You got to do better, you know. And
now I'll just come down here and kick you.
yeah,
I'll kick you right in the booty, right?
I know. I'm gonna get a swift kick.
You whip my butt. You beat me up. So what's the
Right.
But you know, I mean, think about this, right? There's a lot of patterns here that Macy, you coming on here, I'm telling you, this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
You're going to change lives forever, and oh my God, my sis and I are just, I'm telling you, I'm taking my hat off to you because in my hair, look, I got a mohawk. Whoop. But I'm a rooster. Okay, just kidding. No, we're not going there. But you know, I am so honored. Again, I cannot tell you, people, if you watch this, send this lady a message and show her and gratitude her for her courage. Yeah. Nobody your age is going to come on and do this. And if they do, then they really don't understand. You are an amazing young lady, and you are going to do a lot. And I am so blessed, and so is Missy. We are together going to keep track of you and your career and what you do. I am so blessed to be a part of it. And Missy and I are going to bug you. We're going to harass you. You're never going to get rid of us.
We want updates. We want to know, you know, we want to know how you're doing. We want to know how, you know, how many lives your mother touched, and we want to know how you're doing too, you know, mentally.
Yeah.
For sure. And yeah, if anyone wants to write comments, you know, under this, like, subscribe, and share, all that good stuff I'm learning. And I also thought that we would also maybe post the link to LOPA underneath every video.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
So
then
Macy,
and we could
ahead,
also post Macy's link as well.
we can change your name if you want. I'm okay with that.
No.
Okay, probably not.
L
Probably
came out
not.
before the
Oh,
M.
no, you're gonna get me in trouble, sis. No, no, no. But yes, I think we should put Lopa's name down there because they're and we're gonna have a lot of people come on here. And Macy, please keep coming back. Okay, come back.
I love this. This is great.
You know what I mean? And there's so much that we got to tell a story about. And Woody, I can't. Woody and Cindy, I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate those two.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I can't. I'm having a hard time fathoming how two can turn a whole society together.
Yeah. I mean, from all different backgrounds. I mean, because he loves Lopa and Shane loves Woody, it all came
It's a chain reaction.
Him meeting me, and then we were like, hey, let's share this with the world. And so that's what we're doing. We're amateurs. We're going to get better at it, but
hey, but you know
okay.
what? Unscripted, right?
Yeah.
Macy, did we give you a script to read from?
No.
This is all unscripted, so we can joke, have fun, get serious. My eyes are red. I don't like either one of you now. My eyes are red. I mean, literally, I got bugs flying in my eyes over here, and it's not good. Don't come to Wisconsin. They're dive bombing. But it's one of those things where you two have a lot of stories to tell and a lot of people to touch. And again, Macy, people are going to come on. They're going to watch this. They're going to ask questions. We will write the questions down.
I am here to answer them.
I mean, come on. I mean, you're 19 years old, and she has a boyfriend. So I do not want any comments below about how she's single. She's a beautiful young lady. Yes, we all know it. Please don't be creepy on the comments. No, all right? I have 4 girls. Don't do it. Stay away. Or I don't have to track you. We're good.
Right.
I mean, people in Wisconsin, we're backwoods. There's things that, no, leave her alone. Yeah. If you have a legit question for Macy, ask, and we will bring her back to answer your questions. I'm sure she'll be more than happy.
Yes.
If you got a question for Missy, ask her.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. We want people to ask questions because that's how you learn, right, Macy?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. And if there's a concern or something, because I know that organ donation is not for everyone. I know certain religions don't, believe in that, and I respect that. And I think I also know that there are some countries or, areas that don't allow organ donation. So, that's something we could talk about too. Maybe you could get involved with local government, and see if there's something you can do or at least have a choice, that's my
So can I ask you two a question? And I mean, I don't remember this as a kid. I mean, I am older than her next to me, but stop. So why don't they teach organ stuff, donation and stuff like that in high school and college?
Yeah.
Is that considered like a coup d'etat or something like that? I mean, I probably said that wrong, but that's okay. I'm not a college student. Huh?
I think it needs to be.
It does.
So why isn't it taught? And I mean, I could see that in grammar school. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, you tell a 5-year-old that they got to donate organs. Huh?
The kids I'll be teaching, they're not going to understand it.
Maybe like your sophomore year in high school, because that's normally when you get your driver's license, right?
Yeah.
16 years old, somewhere around in there, your permit. Why don't they get a class about, I mean, why don't they talk about it?
Yeah, and they,
especially in driver's ed.
Yeah, driver's ed. I think that they should do a whole, course or, a whole chapter on what organ donation is and give details about, what is brain death? What is this? How many people, statistics and things like that, and the process of it, and making sure you mark the box,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you would think that they would give, even if it doesn't have to be in depth, but just a basic understanding of organ donation, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when I went through high school, we went through driver's ed. They didn't talk about that. When I was in
I
Iraq,
remember learning about it.
we couldn't be organ donors in Iraq because of where we were. You know what I'm saying? But you would think it would be more of in today's age, a systematic thing, because the country is getting older, and there's not enough people in this world that really want to be involved anymore. And I'm hoping by the start of this and what Lopa's doing on Facebook and this young lady right here, and the people that come on here, and Missy, oh my gosh, you're like a blessing in the sky. I mean, I'm gonna get you an angel shirt, right? And she's gonna have little wings that she
flies. Halo.
That's right. I'm gonna get her a halo, and she can wear that every time she comes on here. But I mean, it's just crazy to me how when you do your research, if you honestly, like I've been reading all this last week, and my eyes are, that's why my eyes are red. Yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
But there's so much misinformation out there. There's so much not told. There's so much that they don't want to educate on. No wonder we don't have enough people for organ donation in this country.
Right.
Suicide preparedness with that should be another one for organ donation and death, and if people, the family members, there should be an automatic thing that if you're an organ donor, like you two, Lopa, they went out and helped you guys. They helped you through it, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I think that should be a mandatory thing for people that lose somebody that do organ donation.
Yeah.
Give them the advice of getting help. Am I right, Macy?
Yes, I agree completely. I mean, I don't know where I would be without all the support. You shouldn't go through grief in a lonely way. You should go through it with other people.
I mean, I got 4 girls. I've been through enough grief in my life. I'm not gonna even. That's nice. I mean, my son gives me more grief than all 4 of my girls. I'm just kidding. I love you, Blake. I'm just playing. Don't get mad at me. But it's what you two just said. It was absolutely amazing, and you both are a blessing. You really are. And I can't thank you. I can't, Macy. From my heart, I can't thank you enough again for coming on here and telling your story, Missy.
Yes, I'm blown away at what you know and how you have grasped onto the help that Lopa has out there for you, and you're turning a negative experience into a positive one, and you're wanting to celebrate your mother's life. And I commend you from the bottom of my heart. I think you're an amazing.
Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. Y'all are so sweet.
Well, I think that I can probably assume that there's so much more you want to say. So I think what we should do is I think coming up probably in a couple episodes, I'd like to have, for me personally, and I hope Missy agrees, because if she's not, she'll yell at me later, and that's why I got bruises on my back. I'd like you to come back and tell the rest of your story, because we
I'd love to.
Very
open about it.
And Missy, what do you think? I mean, do you think that would be a good idea?
Oh yeah, definitely. And I'm pretty sure any of the viewers would want to, follow you too, and find out, how things are coming along, the grief process, the things you found out through Lopa, how much Lopa's helping you, et cetera, et cetera.
And I'm meeting with Nyla on Thursday to talk about things. So for all I know, there may be an update on the donation.
Yay.
So if there is, Missy, you guys
amazing.
Communicate. You need to communicate. If there is, you'll be coming right back so we can get an update. And I want you to tell the rest of your story.
Would love to.
I am, man, you're a blessing. I'm telling you, 19 years old.
Yeah.
I'll wait till my daughters watch this. I'm going to tell them. They know Dad's doing a channel, and they're worried that Dad's doing a channel. I said, don't worry, Missy.
This is great.
She keeps me in check. She beats me up. She talks to my wife. We're good. So for everybody out there, remember, go to YouTube, subscribe. It's Reese Gorman, A Legacy Through Organ Donation. I want everybody that watches this, I want everybody to go out. Please tell your friends. If you know somebody that is an organ donor or not, that has given their organs or wants to come on and tell their story, send us a message. We will be getting an email set up soon. Remember, we are just starting this.
Yeah.
I mean, we are going to rely on Macy for help because she's a college student. I'm not. Just a hunter. Okay, I'm just a hunter. Right? Missy's a nurse, but you know, again, she's up here and I'm down here. You can't see it so low. Okay, but we want everybody to subscribe. Please share us. Macy, put it out there. I want you to keep coming back.
I am. Right? Yes, thank you.
You two, your conversation today, man. I'm telling you, I'm gonna go in the bathroom. I'm gonna blow my nose, and yeah, forget you both. But go ahead, Missy. Close this out. Tell us the story.
Yeah. So, so a little something about Reese. He always liked to play jokes on people and do things that would get him in trouble sometimes. And I'm ashamed to say this, and he would have been punished had he lived, I promise you. But he chose, he had his friends over. I was over taking care of my daddy. And he got a frying pan and he put a lid on it and he put fireworks, those, you know, I guess they're called cats, you know, the little small, and it had like maybe 6 or 7, you know, on there, and he lit it and he tossed it into the bathtub. And yeah, his friend like did it on Snapchat or one of those other channels.
Yeah, you're gonna have to help us with the Snapchat thing. Okay.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out why are there fireworks in the bathtub, and then they finally came clean about a week or 2 later and shared the video.
He confessed to it?
Yeah, one of the boys confessed and shared the video with me.
You and I need to have a conversation.
Yeah.
We need to have a talk.
Yeah, so I do not recommend anyone try that at home. Do not do it.
Is that one of those don't do's? Okay, all right, yeah, don't ask me.
That's just a 16-year-old. A 16-year-old just, you know, I think he was just trying to make, you know, his friends laugh and, oh my God, you're crazy, dude, you know.
That sounds like my little brother.
Yeah, just one of the mischievous things that he's done. So
boys aren't bad. We just don't get it sometimes. Come on.
Yeah. But that's my little story about Reese today.
Yeah, so Macy, at the end of everyone, I want her to tell a story about Reese. I don't know if you knew, but we are doing a Reese Gorman annual hunt here in Wisconsin.
I saw that. Yes.
Yeah, I do I own a bunch of land here in Wisconsin, and Missy and my new best friend Jack is coming out here to hunt, and then also one of the recipients and the mom is coming out here. We are so excited, and
that is amazing.
And we are going to do an annual hunt, and we're going to put it out there, and you never know, you could win the hunt.
Yeah. It's going to be for donor families and
yes, it'll be for donor families and donors.
And we're just going to draw a name.
Yeah, and it's a good time out here. We're getting ready to build a house. My wife and I'm a little stressed out. I need Missy to come out here in October and beat me in shape. And yeah, but I want to thank you again.
Yeah.
We would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Macy, you're an amazing young lady, and I can't wait to see what you do.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk with y'all again. Thank you so much.
And I'll see you on April 1st.
Yes,
in Covington.
I'm excited. My boyfriend will be there too.
Yay!
Make sure I get a photo. I want to see a photo.
You're gonna get a photo. Yeah.
And take a video.
Yes, we will get a photo.
Take a video.
Because there they people are able to buy a brick or have their loved one's name etched into the glass of this memorial park that they built for it's like a
I'm so excited to see
donation
it.
part. Yeah, and they have the ribbon cutting ceremony on April the 1st, so we'll be going to that. And yeah, we'll video it. We'll kind of show what all's there, and we'll get
Take a video, you two, talk, and then put it on YouTube.
Yep, we can do that.
Only thing you're gonna miss is me and my jokes. And see,
That's right. That's right. But we can laugh too. We'll try.
Yes.
Well, you
yes.
guys will probably laugh.
Maybe a
more
little
than laugh.
emotional, but that's okay too.
Yeah, but So wow, what a show, and thanks for both of you again. Amazing. It was actually a really good show today, and again, share us, subscribe, post your comments.
Yeah.
And I want to thank Macy. If you got a question for Macy or Missy or even me, write down the comments below. We will share LOPA's information below. Hey Macy, pick a state, country, pick anywhere, pick someplace. I love stumping people.
Anywhere in the world.
North Carolina.
North Carolina?
Ooh. I have family there. That's where my mom's from.
So North Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're in North Carolina and you want to be an organ donor, Missy,
you can go to lopa.org and become an organ donor, and the information will get over to your state. So
all right.
You can still go on Louisiana Organ Procurement Agency's website, but it will go to your state of residence. So
All
we'll
right.
have that link below.
Yep, all the links will be below, and we thank everybody very much. God bless. We love you all, and we'll be doing
See you
this
later,
again
alligator.
after a while. Crocodile.
Crocodile.
Talk to y'all later.